One thing we've wanted to do for a long time is to take a look at the handling techniques every caravan tower and motorhome driver should know. So we chatted up the excellent Nicky Nicol of the Caravan Club, and before you could say driving instructor, there were two of them on hand. So for all the new members in the ranks of caravan and motorhome users, and everyone who wants a reminder of the right way to do things, here's Bernie with part one of the Caravan Channel's Winter Academy.
Okay, what we're looking at doing this morning is just covering the coupling up of the caravan to a car. Doing it the safest way. And the safest way to stand is back on the left hand side or the near side of the tow bar, just gently leaning against the side of the caravan. And then if there is any problem with the car coming back, the caravan will take a bit of the punch out of it, you won't get injured. And before we couple up or get the car anywhere close, we want to make sure that the handbrake is on firmly, and we also want to go around the caravan making sure that the steadies are up so it's ready to couple up. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to involve Tony in reversing the caravan back, and we're going to be giving him directions using clear and precise hand signals. Direct him over a little bit. We stop him a couple of feet out, and then what we're going to do is we're going to hold our hands around about the same distance that we've stopped him to give him the control in the window so we can see him. Bring him back, and if we want him to stop, we just bring our hands together. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. So just by literally controlling our hands, each time they come together, he's going to stop. Engine off. Now we notice we've brought it slightly to one side of the tow bar. That's because it's very easy to move a caravan slightly on the pivot, as long as it's a single axle caravan. If there's a bit of twin axle caravan, we'd have brought it straight in underneath. So what we're going to do, the first thing we want to do now is couple up the breakaway cable. And that's the cable that joins onto the bottom of the brake system, and if the caravan rolls away at all, it will operate the brake. And we need to fix that somewhere securely, ideally not on the ball, because the ball is one of the most likely things to come off. So ideally down into the actual bracket of the tow bar somehow, and that depends on your particular vehicle. Now, just gently leaning on the caravan now, we can take the handbrake off, and the caravan will not move. We've got control of it this way, and we're stopping it rolling towards the car. If it was on a slope, if it decided to roll back, it would only go as far as the breakaway cable, and then stop. So we've got control of the caravan all the time. Then all we need to do is position the caravan just by gently easing it across in place, and then we're going to wind it down to make good contact with the ball. Now as we wind it down, it should go click, and we should get a green on top of the ball and also a red and green just inside the handle. Doesn't matter what sort of hitch it has, the majority of the hitches have some form of indicator. Bearing in mind, if there was some mud underneath the hitch ball, on top of the ball or underneath the hitch, it wouldn't lock on, but it would still show us a green. So what we then want to do, when we're fairly happy it's locked on, is we want to wind it back up to make sure we cannot wind it off the car, just to make sure it's not falsely hitched. Once we're happy, we're going to stow the wheel right the way away in its tube, lining the wheel up with the cutouts, which are quite apparent when you have a look at the tube, making sure it's secure, and then releasing the clamp on the whole wheel assembly, bringing the wheel up as high as it can come, and locking that clamp off. Now on our training caravans, these cables are quite long, and quite likely on the caravan you pick up on your new caravan, these cables will be quite long. We have a grey one which operates the electrics within the caravan, and sometimes the reversing lights if it's fitted. And we have a black one that operates all the road lights. If we were to connect them straight away like this, the chances are they would drag on the ground, which of course wouldn't do them any good. And the easiest way to control it is to twist the cables together and then take a twist of both cables together and then place them in the sockets. Now when we place them in the sockets, both these plugs have a cutout, and that cutout goes away from the hinge on the socket. So you open your socket up, and keeping the cutout away from the hinge, push it firmly into the socket and give it a wiggle. And the same with the other one. And for the observant ones amongst you, you'll see that I put the black one in the black socket and the grey one in the grey socket. Are we happy with that? Well, so far we've coupled it on and we've checked it's coupled. We've plugged the lights in and we've checked that they're plugged in. What we now need to do is A, check the lights, and B, check and fit the towing mirrors onto the vehicle. So I'm going to get Tony to pull it forward. But first, of course, we need to make sure the handbrake is off. Always physically checking the handbrake is off, and also making sure you're well out of the way. Alright Tony, if you'd like to move it forward, guys, straight please.